What's up, knife folks? This is Big Brad 75 here, and figured I'd show off a couple of my newer toys. First off, what I have in my hand here is a Hinderer 3.5-inch XM-18 Spanto blade, Duratec 20CV blade steel, stonewash handle finish, and tumbled blade finish. One beautiful piece of machinery here. I believe this is something all knife folks can appreciate, whether a Hinderer fan or not. You know, I've had a few XM-18s, and I got hard up wanting to feed my balisong addiction, so I sold my last one, I don't know, a month or two ago, and I've just regretted it ever since. So I saw this one on the forums the other day, made the guy a reasonable offer, and they accepted, so here we are. I just wanted to show this off along with another little toy from Rick Hinderer. But first we'll flip this open and closed a few times, let y'all get the general idea of how it operates. For those of you who haven't been lucky enough to own or handle one of these, they are just impressive, to say the least. Phenomenal. The flipper action, it's not just like a push button automatic. It's not like, say, a Kershaw flipper. Like, you know, you just press it, it flips out a little ways. You have to kind of throw a little bit of wrist action in with it. Not a lot, just a little. It takes some skill. It's not something you can do the first time you pick it up. The handle scale on this one is flat dark earth, brown basically. And you know, I didn't think I would really be feeling this scale. And I get it in the mail the other day. I open it up, and I'm like, wow, you know, that really ain't that bad in person. All I'd seen was a couple pictures on it, and like I said, I didn't think I'd like it, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's not just your typical UPS brown, you know. I don't really know how to describe it, but I like it. As always, the G10 handle slabs have great texturing to them. I mean, it's just perfect. The tolerances on them, I mean, you know, that's some pretty tight tolerances there between the blade and the handle slabs. Pocket clip reversible, tip up or tip down carry. It's got the pocket clip filler tab to place in whichever slot the clip's not in. It's got the Hinderer lock bar stabilizer, which is that right there, that little round disc. From my understanding, Rick invented that, and he licensed that. He patented it out, and, you know, Strider and whatnot pay him to use it on their knives. From my understanding, I could be wrong. It's just a great knife. I love it. You know, ever since I sold my last one, I've regretted it immensely. I was up to like 4 or 5 XM-18s at one point. You know, I think 2 or 3 of them was 3.5 inches like this, and one of them was a 3-inch flipper. I've had the flippers and the non-flippers, and to tell you the truth, they've both got their ups and downs. The non-flippers are better at like straight cuts and slices, like, you know, basic food prep or whatnot. But the flippers are a lot more fun to just open and close and play with. And you know what? I don't think the XM-18 was built for food prep, honestly. I think it was built to tear down a brick house. I think it was built to save your ass in Iraq. You know, I think it was built to do some stuff that most knives can't. And that's exactly what this knife can do. This knife, it's amazing. One of them I had, I really put it to the test. You know what? It passed every test I gave it with flying colors. And I do mean flying colors. Let's take a look at that blade, man. Beautiful tumbled finish on that blade. And you gotta love the Spanto blade. It's a mix between a spear point and a tanto. And what it does, it gives you that nice spear point curve, but you got that reinforced tip of a tanto. And man, Rick's a genius. That's all I can say. I give the man props. He's good at what he does. He knows it. He's a genius. You know what I'm saying? The new flathead screw style. I can't remember the name of that particular bit you have to use to open that. It's kind of like a protected pivot screw. Man, I'm drawing a blank on what that's called, but you have to buy a special tool to be able to loosen the pivot on these. I've tried doing it with, just homemade rigged up little devices. Scratch the hell out of the pivots every time. It's not a good idea. I recommend to buy the actual bit you need. It make the job a lot easier. But man, is that not beautiful? It is a beauty. I love it. And the action on it, man, I bet I do this 500 times a day. Just whenever I've got the free time watching TV, just sit there, flip it. The flippers are fun. They're fun. Alright, now that we've got this one out of the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to the side. And, I'm going to set this to the side for a minute and show off this other neat little toy I own. I've had this one for a long time, and that is also Rick Hinderer. It's the 3-inch blade Flashpoint neck knife. This goes with me everywhere I go, and has went with me everywhere I've went for like the last year. They're available in the bead blast finish like this one, or you can get them in the stonewash finish like the handle of my XM-18 there. And they're both just remarkable. I've had them both. The finish on this one, the bead blast, has held up extremely well, which, I've only used this for a few light cutting tasks. For the most part, I keep it around my neck hidden, just kind of my ace in the hole, you know what I mean, my last ditch effort, But I mean, yeah, it's nice to know it's there, and it's nice to just pull it out and admire it and look at it sometimes. This thing came straight from Rick, incredibly sharp. Oh man, I mean, I'm talking Spyderco sharp. I'm talking about sharper than it really needs to be, Got it outfitted with the smooth carbon fiber scales. I had to order those specific. Rick hasn't made a run of these in a while. I think from what he says, he's planning on hopefully making a run sometime this year if he finds the time. That's what he told me himself. If he can make the time, he's going to make another short run of these this year. It's a great EDC knife. The sheath for it, it's got the holes so you can mount it to a clip. You can wear it on your molly pack, or you can wear it on your belt. It's mountable for a clip. But as you see, I just took the ball chain that came with it, and I hollowed out some paracord, and I ran that over top of the ball chain, so that way it don't rub your neck and scratch your neck up like the ball chain would. It gives it that soft feeling to the skin, but at the same time you got that durable ball chain underneath. And yeah, that's just a beauty. They're both, they're remarkable pieces of machinery. A tool at its finest. More like a work of art if you ask me, but I guess it's a little bit of both. Look at that carbon fiber. Do you see that? Just shining. Just the shining. Well, anyways, here's my Rick Hinderer Flashpoint neck knife. Here's my 3.5-inch XM-18. There's the side-by-side comparison. There's the sheath that goes with that. And they're both winners. Tried and true. Rick Hinderer knows what he's doing. And that, as they say, is that. It's a fact, Jack. Big Brad 75 here. Out.